Hey everyone, good morning and happy Thursday. Today we are going to do, I'm going to show you guys my foundation routine. So while we're waiting for some people to hop on, if you're catching the replay, go ahead and hashtag replay. And then sprinkle this video around by clicking the button in the bottom left-hand corner. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. And make sure your bell notifications are turned on. I'm going to share that to a few places. Okay, let me know down in the comments if you shared as well. So I'm just going in, I'm adding a little bit of our eye cream. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. They were just letting us know that the garbage won't be running today. So we're supposed to have freezing rain today. So my dentist appointment got pushed back a week. A whole week. I kind of saw it coming. But, oh well, it is what it is. So I just applied our eye cream. I do that usually most mornings and night. Sometimes I forget at night, but I usually always do it in the morning because it helps my puffiness. If you've got bad under eyes, this stuff you're going to want to grab. It's probably one of my favorite Uology products. So that's going to help the puffiness go down. Now we are going to go in and prime the face. I like to use our mattifying face primer. This one's my favorite that we have. And today I was feeling on my skin, it does feel a tiny bit oily. I don't typically get oily. But for whatever reason, I don't know, it was feeling a little oily. So the mattifying primer is definitely good for oily skin, but it's also good for combination skin because that's what I have. And it's my favorite. So we're just going to rub that in. And then I do like to let my primer sit, guys, for a few moments. I know I don't let it sit as long as I normally do when I'm on a live, just for sake of time. But I like to let mine sit for a good 3 to 5 minutes before I go in and apply foundation, but it's totally up to you. I think the longer you let it sit, the better. So I'm just going to take a drink of my drink and give it just a few moments. I'll also go over what I used on my eyes. If you guys are interested, I'll give it some time, let some people hop on first. I know I'm on here early today, so. All right, so we're gonna use the spray foundation today because my typical foundation routine would include this because it's my favorite foundation. So I debated on using this or the liquid because I'm not going anywhere today, and you all know I hate to waste my spray foundation. I usually use this for when I'm going out because it's so good. So it's full coverage, it's lightweight, transfer resistant. It's good for all skin types, so you can't go wrong with this one. Okay, we're going to use the kabuki. This is Unique's kabuki brush. Also, if you guys want to place an order, the shopping link is pinned up in the description. If you're on YouTube, it'll be pinned down in the description. You can also go to my business page on Facebook, Kayla's Marvelous Makeup, and there's a shop button that will take you directly to the website to shop. So, little FYI. So we're just going to go in, we're spraying this directly on to the kabuki brush. A little goes a long way. Usually a few sprays will cover everything, depending on how much you have to cover. But I'm gonna show you. It's so good. So good. And it gives your skin almost like an airbrush look. And it's the first foundation I've ever used that the longer you wear it, like the better it looks. It's crazy. Now, if you're wondering, I don't know what shade to get, what shade should I get, I can definitely give you a color match. Just comment color match me down in the comments and then I'll shoot you a message. Okay, make sure to blend it up onto the ears. Hello, if you're just joining, make sure you say hello. Let me know you're popping in. Okay, so I'm just like buffing it in and then pressing as well. Blend it all the way down the neck. See that? The coverage is beautiful on this foundation. Okay. Now we're gonna go in, brighten the under eyes. The under eyes can always use a little brightening. So we're going to use the Skin Solution Concealer in the shade Scarlet. Okay, this concealer is amazing. It has caffeine and squalene in it. So it is awesome, awesome, awesome. Again, a little goes a long way. You don't have to add as much as I do. I just like a bright under eye. So I apply it like that. Usually I will go in with a damp sponge, but y'all, I don't know where my sponge went to. Y'all know I just got that sponge. Literally just got it. I don't know where it went to. So we're just gonna go in with a brush, which is totally fine as well, but I prefer my sponge. Okay, you know, some people like to spread it out with their finger a little bit to warm the product up. Just make sure your hands are washed and clean, and then go in with a sponge and blend the rest of the way. That works too. But we're just going with a brush today. Do you see already the coverage under the eyes? How it just made them look nice and bright. So good. You know, or you could even apply it onto your fingers, warm it up, and then go in and apply it. Whatever works best for you. Okay, just like that, but now we're gonna set it with a powder. So I'm gonna take my setting brush and we're just gonna go right over top. Now this is Unique's brand new setting brush. I don't think it's on the website yet, but I have pre-order lists going for new products that are coming out, like the Prime and Set powder when it launches. If you want on the list for that. We have new bronzer that'll be coming out this year. And this brush will be probably coming out when the Prime and Set powder comes out, my guess. If I had to guess. Okay. There we go. We are all set. Get it. Oh, goodness. All right. Now we're going to add some warmth to the face. So I'm going to go in with our, if I can find it. The makeup table is back to needing organized again. So since we'll be probably stuck at home all day today, that's probably what I'll do. Most likely. So we're going to go in with the pressed powder foundation in the shade Sable. It is a foundation, but I use it to contour. I'm going to grab me a drink real quick. Does anybody else deal with like horrible sinuses? And you know in the morning time is like the worst after you've been laying down all night? That is one thing that I really hope once I get these wisdom teeth out, I really hope that it clears up my sinuses. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start here on the cheekbone. I get a lot of questions about how I contour. This is it, so take notes. I start right here. I kind of go at an angle. So I come up. Some people like to go right here. I bring my contour up a little bit because I feel like it gives my cheekbones like a lift. And then I bring it up here to the side of the forehead. Okay, like that. We'll go ahead and bring it down here under the jawline. So this gives you that nice defined jaw. And then you can kind of camouflage if you got a double chin going on there like I do. Just camouflage it away. Or the best you can, anyway. We're going to do the same thing over here. I kind of like get it in there up underneath that jawline. Bring it up. Okay, and then it just gives your face this nice shape. And then I'll go in and I'll blend it all out after I get it all on. We're bringing it up to the side of the forehead. Now you can use bronzer to do this as well, but since our bronzer retired, we got a new one coming out. I've been using the pressed powder foundation and it works great as well. And it's all matte, which I like mine to be all matte. Okay. Again, on the jawline. Okay, and then you can bring it down the neck. And then all the way down here. You want it to blend down the neck. Excuse me. All right, so I'm going to tell you guys what I used on my eyes because it's on sale this month. I used only 2 shades from palette number 8. This is one of our newest Addiction palettes. Let me show you up close how beautiful. Those colors are stunning. 2 shades is all I used. This one right here, this one right here. That's all we used. So good. Hi, Jen. So good. So easy to use. You don't have to use a ton of different eyeshadow colors to make a pretty look. Okay? I think people look at all the colors sometimes and get so overwhelmed. You could pick one color out and use it. Or one matte, one shimmer. Okay, so now we're gonna add this down the nose and then we'll blend. So I'm going to get my little contour brush. This is our contour brush. And we're going to apply this just like, thanks, Jen. Appreciate that. I did a little bit of something different. I did the little like space buns. I think it needs bobby pinned right here. As I'm looking. So I'm gonna go ahead and bobby pin it before it falls down, but I did the little space buns and then leftover waves from my waver. And it's cute. You can't see it, but my eye look, the gold in my eye look, this top has like a gold zipper down the back, so it matches really cute. Okay, let's add it on this side. I'm just kind of stamping it down the nose, and then we'll blend. See how that just added like definition to the nose? I connect it underneath. Okay, and then I'll take my other little brush here and kind of blend it. Look at that. What a difference. What a difference that makes. Now you can, I do sometimes go in and add it right here under the bottom lip. Okay. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Got a little piece on there. And then blend that. And that just kind of pulls the lips out, makes them look a little bit fuller and poutier. All right, now we're gonna take our little setting brush to buff this out, because you don't want it to look too harsh, you want it to look natural. So make sure you go in and blend and buff out all the edges. And that's with anything. Contour, your foundation, make sure everything's nice and blended. Your eyeshadow, don't leave it unblended, please. Okay, there we go. Now, this is something I haven't really been showing you all on camera. I used to every single time, but when I contour, this is how I kind of clean up and touch up on my contour. I go back in with some setting powder and I will apply it right underneath my contour. Y'all, that makes such a big difference. It makes your contour look so nice and clean just by doing that. Makes a huge difference. And then I just go in, buff it away. Look at that. See? There's your little tip of the day. Now, blush. We need to add some blush. We're gonna go in with Supple. Look at that. Looks pretty. It'll look pretty with the eyes. It'll look beautiful with this eye look. The shade is called Supple. It's my most used. Supple is so good. I used Supple on the eyes yesterday with Reverent liquid eyeshadow. Oh, if y'all saw that eye look, that's what I used. I used Supple as a transitional color and then Reverent liquid eyeshadow. Reverent is gorgeous. It is the most beautiful shimmer color. It's like a light pinky champagne and it's so pretty. And those colors looked really good together. All right, blush is done. Then I'll take one quick blend over top. Also, guys, I used Twisted mascara, which I still need to do the bottom of my eyes. We're gonna get to that. I've got sinus drainage so bad today. All right. We're going to set the face real quick with some setting spray. This is our Behold setting spray. It's your go-to? Yeah, it's my go-to too. But I also need to get me some more blushes. I use Serene too, but you know, Serene's not available anymore, so I don't really show it that often. I like that one too. There we go. Lock everything we just did, that locks it in place and holds it in place. Now, if I had my sponge, I'm gonna have to search for it, guys, because I don't know where it went. But I would go in with my sponge and just kind of press that setting spray in, and that just kind of melts everything together, makes it look nice and smooth. Okay, so there's the face. We can add a little highlight too, a little luminizing. What do we want to use? What do we want to use? My usual face highlight is Optimistic Pressed Eyeshadow. But, y'all, I pulled out palette number 1 yesterday. So sad that this one is no longer here because it's so good. And I like to take the gold color from this one. It was called Brassy. Oh, that was my favorite shade. And I've been using that as a highlight. So I'm not wasting my Optimistic. I might as well get use out of it, right? Right? Okay, so this just gives our skin a little glow when the light hits it. But since this shade's not available, I would get Optimistic Pressed Eyeshadow. Our pressed eyeshadows you can purchase individually. I'd get that one because that one makes a perfect highlight, like no matter what skin tone you are. This one has a little bit more of a gold color to it, so if you're too fair, you might not want to use this shade anyway, so I would get Optimistic. Okay, now our face is done, but we're going to do these under eyes and our lips. Okay, so I just put my palette 8 back up. We're going to go back into palette 8, and we're going to use that burgundy color that we used in the transition. This is called Profound. Again, this is on sale in my February special. You can get any of our eyeshadow palettes, so this one, palette 6, or the exclusive Beloved 3 palette that has all those metallic-y shimmery colors. You can get any of those and then choose between an eye brush or an eyeliner, and then you get an eye primer. 20% discount. So it's like $75 for all 3, plus tax and shipping. We're gonna go in with this color and smoke it into the lash line. Ooh, so pretty. Look at that. Now, I think I'm going to take a little bit of that gold and take it into the lash line a little bit. But I don't know what... Hi, Joyce. I don't know what I did with my brow brush, my brow liner brush, and that is typically what I use, y'all, to do my under eyes. So, what are we gonna do? I don't have another thin little brush, so we're gonna have to use this same brush. It's okay. It's okay. We want a little bit of that gold shimmer underneath as well. Just a little bit. like just a hint. Oh, this palette is so pretty though. I'll be honest, it took me some playing around with this palette. Cause like, unlike like palette 6 I can just pull out a look like nothing. It is like the easiest palette to get a multiple beautiful looks. This one I was like, what shades would look good with what? So it really just took some playing around with. But if you're a pro at knowing what shades go with what, you'll love it. Even if you're not a pro, still just play around with it, because that's really how you learn and how you figure out what looks good with what. Okay, so now we're going to add a little bit of mascara onto the bottom lashes. I used the Twisted mascara today. I'm going to go in with the top wand. This is our double wand mascara. There's a tiny little micro wand up top. I like to use that for the bottom lashes. Makes it easy to get in there and grab every lash. Easy peasy. Same thing over here. See that? So quick and easy. So now the eyes are done. Now lips. I've been debating on what lippy to do today. I was thinking about doing, it's definitely going to be one of our matte lipsticks. Those are my new fave. I use them every day. So I'm thinking we're going to do a little bit of red, maybe mix a little bit of moneyed or minted in with it. I don't know which one, but we'll figure it out as we go. But I'm going to start with Wealthy. This one is our matte red lippy. We're going to start with this. And my stomach is growling. Gotta take my time with the red. So bear with me. Want it to look right. It really doesn't need anything else. We could just leave it like that. But I'm wanting to mix a little bit of moneyed with it just to see. Just to see what we get. Because if you don't like a really bold, bright lip, you might like to darken it up a little or lighten it up a little with another color. So we're just going to see what we get. Okay, it's bringing it down a notch. Okay, so it's making it into a little bit of a deeper red, which is pretty. It is pretty. All right, I think we're done. This nose is running. The sinuses are killing me. But there it is, guys. There is the look. spray foundation is where it's at. Palette number 8. So good. Get it on sale this month. The new matte lippies, grab them. You'll love them all. There's 6 shades to choose from. So good. So we used Wealthy and Moneyed. So let me know if you guys have any questions at all. Thanks so much for hopping on and watching. Please share the video. That helps out a whole lot, and it helps my network to grow. So if you can't make a purchase, then just simply share the video. It helps so much. I appreciate you guys, and I will catch you guys on my next live. Have a great Thursday.